It was March 11th, 1971. A thunderstorm swept across the town of Coldwell, Alabama. The power flickered. The night stretched on, heavy and loud. But when morning came, something was wrong. The town's only hospital, Coldwell Memorial, was gone. Not destroyed, not collapsed, gone. Coldwell was a small town, 2 diners, a high school, and 1 hospital that served the entire county. Coldwell Memorial had 54 beds, 27 nurses, 11 doctors, and 1 night shift janitor. It was the town's anchor, a place where babies were born, bones were set, and goodbyes were whispered. Then, on a single night in 1971, it vanished, leaving nothing but an empty foundation. At 6:42 a.m., Coldwell sheriff received the first call. A man named James O'Reilly, a farmer, reported that the hospital was gone. He said, "It's just grass now," like it was never there. The sheriff laughed, thought it was storm damage. But when he drove down County Road 9, he found the same thing everyone else saw, a perfect square of flattened dirt where a 5-story building used to stand. Even the parking lot was gone. Not cracked, not damaged, gone. Only the painted yellow lines remained in midair, burned faintly into soil. The hospital had been full the night before. 67 patients, 14 staff on duty. Not one of them was ever found. No records, no personal belongings, no remains. For weeks, families called, wrote letters, begged for answers. But every reply came back the same. Coldwell Memorial Hospital does not exist. Within hours, federal investigators arrived. Unmarked vehicles, no insignia. The area was fenced off and labeled hazard zone. Locals were told it was a chemical leak, but no one smelled anything. No one got sick, and no cleanup crews ever came. By the 3rd day, the sign that once read Coldwell Memorial Hospital had been replaced with one word: restricted. In 1984, a construction worker digging foundations for a new building nearby found something strange. An old security tape sealed in a metal case. It was marked Coldwell, night March 10th, 71. The tape was partially damaged, but one frame survived. It showed a nurse walking down a corridor, carrying a lantern during the storm, and behind her, the hallway lights bending, as if pulled towards something unseen. Experts who analyzed the tape said it wasn't wind or light distortion. The pixels bent around a single dark center point, as if gravity itself had folded in. The theories came fast. Government experiment, gas explosion, sinkhole, alien abduction, but none of them explained what witnesses saw that night. Several residents reported a flash of light above the hospital at 2:17 a.m., just before the storm cut power. Others claimed they heard something, not thunder, but a low, vibrating sound, like 1,000 voices whispering the same word: go! In 1997, a physicist named Dr. Alan Mercer, who once worked for NASA, reviewed declassified weather data from that storm. He found something strange, a spike in electromagnetic activity centered exactly where the hospital once stood. He called it a localized distortion field, a tear in the atmosphere caused by magnetic stress. In simple terms, he believed the hospital had slipped, not destroyed, not erased, but moved. When asked where he thought it went, Dr. Mercer paused and said, "Not where, when." In 2019, 48 years after the disappearance, hikers found something deep in the woods, 40 miles from Coldwell, a metal door half buried under the roots of a tree. It led nowhere, just a concrete wall, but carved into the metal were 4 words: Coldwell Memorial Emergency Exit. So maybe it didn't vanish. Maybe it slipped through something we don't understand. And maybe somewhere out there, it's still standing. Every building tells a story, some through bricks and walls, others through absence. Coldwell Memorial never made headlines. No memorials, no mention in state records. But for those who lost family that night, the silence is louder than any truth. Because maybe what happened in Coldwell wasn't about science, but about how far the world will go to bury what it can't explain.